And I hope India becomes a global beacon of hope and democracy around the globe. Rather than fighting with that it should have the name of Muslim University, or we should build a temple or a mosque in Aligarh Muslim University or any other places, that would not create jobs or build opportunities. Those people live in an island of ignorance. We should be fighting together against the poverty, hunger, disease, rather than fighting whether it should have a name of the Muslims or Hindu or just Aligarh University. So I never did understand why, but you just have to take it for granted. We have been dealt a card, and it is not a trump card. Not the Trump you know. So we have to figure out how to play those cards. Let me say a few words. I diverted from my speech, as you know. Let me say a few words and why we, my wife and I, continue to make investment in Aligarh Muslim University. It is because AMU helped to make me who I am, and for that I'm deeply grateful. I owe it to Aligarh Muslim University. My father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and my nephew who's sitting over here, and my brothers and sisters who came here with me and they all gone back to the United States, and my cousins, my sisters, they all went to Aligarh Muslim University. So we do owe them a sense of gratitude. I want to also recognize Dr. Abdullah, who's an Aligarhian, and he was my teacher. So thank you, Abdullah Bhai, for being here. And he's also from Azamgarh. So him and I are doubly blessed. So what is best in me, as I said, I owe to Aligarh Muslim University. I would not be the person I am today if it was not for Aligarh education. Aligarh students has always been our best hope. They are dreamers and doers. My investment in them is my way of saying thank you and keeping the hope alive and well. I firmly believe that my investment will yield exponential returns. So it is contrary to my belief to offer some advice to all of you in the audience, but I will give it to you some. I think that could be useful in your own personal journey to becoming an entrepreneur leader. First of all, I will say stay true to you. Be a lifelong learner, create your own legacy, make it your own journey, and take risk. Stay true to you. This has always been one of my personal mantras. Steve Jobs, who was the founder of the Apple computer, said something similar in a commencement address before he passed away at Stanford University, and I quote, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." What a best way to say that. Be a lifelong learner. Study hard, and remember, life's lessons are taught inside and outside the classroom, and they're never ending. So commit to learning at least one new thing every day. Use the new thing so that in the end, your life will be judged a success. End of quotation. Make it your own journey. Even though I have shared information about my journey with you, you'll be succeeded by making it your own journey. My journey is Frank Islam journey, Bill Gates' journey is Bill Gates' journey, and Steve Jobs' journey is Steve Jobs. But my story is testimony to the fact that anything is possible if you make it your own journey. Write your own story. Create your own path. Create a set of values that are unique to your area of endeavor. Take risk. If I had not taken a risk, as Dean said, for mortgaging our house and getting for $45,000 to buy a company called QSS Group Incorporated, which I sold for several $100 million in 13 years. So success in business is a team sport. It's not I, but we who made it happen. So take a risk. Entrepreneurship is about taking risks, being focused and committed. It is about confronting uncertainty with optimism, ingenuity, and creativity. It's about getting out of the comfort zone, venturing into new horizon, and experimenting new environment. As I close my remark, as you probably know that I'm involved in charitable organization in India, but also in the United States of America. We are one of the largest donors. I contributed to the John F. Kennedy Center for Performing Arts. And I'm a fan of President Kennedy, who said that art nourishes the roots of our culture. Art transcends our boundary. Art represents the best of our humanity. And that's the reason we contributed several $1 million to Frank and Debbie Islam Center at the John F. Kennedy Center for Performing Art in Washington, D.C. My faith, Islam, believes in not only equality and dignity, but also in peace. We have to live in communal peace and harmony. And therefore, we have contributed millions of dollars to U.S. Institute of Peace in the United States as well, because this is the way to resolve the conflict around the globe. And I don't consider those charity or handout. They're investment, and that will yield exponential returns. The need is so great that it doesn't matter whether how we get engaged, what matters that we do so. I know that you old boys, like me, my fellow Aligarians and others here tonight are already engaged. I know that I'm preaching to the choir. But as I conclude my remarks, I'd like to make one request to all of you Aligarians. That request is to ask you to join with me in this journey, in committing to do even more, and to continue to include Aligarh Muslim University as one of your areas for engagement and philanthropy. You will not be sitting here if you do not receive the education at Aligarh Muslim University. We should be deeply grateful for that institution. And we should be deeply grateful for the vision of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. And as I conclude my remarks, I will also give you quotations of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. As I have said earlier, an Aligarh education produces graduates who are empowered individuals who are fully equipped to become entrepreneurial leaders and civically engaged. I want you to be civically engaged, politically engaged, and organizationally engaged. If you're not politically engaged, you cannot make a difference. You got to vote, and if you don't like the politicians, get rid of him or her, both of them, if possible, and elect someone that will be your spokesperson. They should not take your vote granted. This is how the democracy flourishes. We need to ensure that as many students as possible can become Aligarians and the future member of the Old Boys Network with Yehudain, which is important because the younger people are the hope of tomorrow. They're the promise and potential of not only India, but the world. So we need to nurture and nourish the younger generations to become a part of the AMU Old Boys Network. It will do well to remember that AMU gave all of you an excellent and purpose-driven education, and most importantly, it provided you the basic building block to assume serious responsibility to become a passionate leader. AMU prepared you for your journey. With that thought and spirit in mind, let us extend our hand, our hope, our heart to Aligarh Muslim University. When AMU succeed, all of us succeed, India succeed, and the world will succeed. The need is great, the stage is ours, and the time is now. It is time for all of us to join together and to build the Aligarh legacy. Let us carry the torch handed to us by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Let us work together to ensure his cause will endure and his dream shall never die. And you are the one who will carry the torch. In closing, let me leave you with one final thought from Sir Syed. Near the end of his life, he said, and I believe someone quoted that, I think it was Yehudain who said that, And here's a quotation. You have reached a particular stage, and remember one thing, that when I undertook this task, there were criticism all around against me. Life has become so difficult to me that I aged before my age. I lost my hair, my eyesight, but not my vision. My vision never dimmed, my determination never failed. I built the institution for you, and I'm sure you will carry the light of this institution far and wide. Darkness will disappear from all around. End of quotations of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. There is still much darkness all around, and that is why we, the seeds of the Aligarh family tree, must continue to deliver on Sir Syed's vision by keeping the Aligarh Muslim University's light burning brightly. It was great to be here with all of you Old Boys Association. Thanks for listening to me and your consideration of this Old Boys thoughts and requests. God, good luck to you, and God bless you all. So when I look back the time we spent together, the miles we have traveled together, the memories that we have cherished together, I always think of you. Thank you. God bless you all.